can actually widen my horizon. We can actually explore more culture because of Tao society. When I say like we study in a university or we have the opportunity to have the life abroad in other countries, it is not only to have your own life abroad, but also it will be greater if we have the chance to go to the Tao society over there. We learn something from them, and it can actually enhance our confidence to Tao. Okay, because without that confidence, sometimes it's really hard for us to move forward. So now I'm going to share some of my experience, which I can actually share with you, so that we can improve together and then strengthen our confidence, our what we call the faith in the Tao society. So I think all of you are actually very fortunate because you'll have our speaker Lim to organize this Chinese class to learn Mandarin with all of you. Am I right? And it's not easy to have this chance, especially like in the UK. There are lots and lots of people who would like to learn Mandarin, who would like to learn Chinese because they know there is an opportunity there. It's not only like a communication with Chinese, but also in terms of the job application, and like because China, they have lots of companies overseas right now, so there is opportunity there. And also in our Tao society, by learning Chinese, it is one step closer for us to understand deeper what is the essence of Tao. Because sometimes through English translation, some of the words, they can't really bring out the real meaning. Am I right? And by only learning Chinese, the Mandarin, we can learn it deeper. And I can tell you, the fee is really expensive. To learn Chinese, to have a Chinese class in the UK, the fee is really expensive. Speaker Lim, do you have any fee charged to them? Is it free or you charge? It's free, right?
Free.
So
Yeah.
they're really fortunate, right? So you have exactly the same thing, but all of you brother and sister, you learn it for free. In the UK, they have to pay for more than £350
Wow.
per course. It is British pounds. So if you convert it to Malaysian ringgit, you have to times 5. That is for one course. So now our speaker Lim is really nice to you all. She offered all this for you all for free. Am I right? So you have to cherish this opportunity. It's for free and you don't cherish. Don't tell me that you want to pay the £350 to learn Chinese. That is not worth it, right? If you have a free one and you have a expensive one, of course we'll go with a free one, and you have something which is exactly the same quality. At the end, you can learn Chinese. You are able to communicate in Chinese with masters from Taiwan, from Malaysia, from Singapore, and also in the same time, you also know how to understand the essence of Tao, and also it help your future as well. So you are the selected one. Just imagine how many people are there for the Indians in Malaysia and also the Indians in Tamil Nadu. As far as I'm concerned, the population in Tamil Nadu, there are around like 67 million population over there. And how many of us are right now in this Zoom meeting? 14. 14 out of 67 million people in Tamil Nadu. You are the lucky one, guys. You are the lucky one. If you are not lucky, you have no chance to heard of this Speaker Lim's Chinese class, because you are the lucky one, you are the chosen one. So that's why you have the opportunity to learn, to get to know, oh, we have a free online class with Speaker Lim. Am I right? And after we learn the Chinese class, we learn Chinese, and then in the future, we have this holy mission to, to propagate the Tao, to share the greatness of Tao to our members who don't have the access to the Chinese language. Because you learn first, you understand first, and you are the pioneer. You are the first one to propagate Tao to others, to share the blessings from heaven to others. So you are the selected one. So don't look down on yourself. You have a very holy mission on your shoulder. So since we have this holy mission on our own shoulder, we have to cherish this affinity, cherish this opportunity, give the confidence to ourselves. Just like in Thaipusam in Malaysia, in Batu Caves, normally we have those people carry the chariot, the chariot, the kavadi, right? And they have to go through the very strict vegetarian diet, and also they have to purify themselves. They have to willing to do so. Then they will be chosen and selected by Lord Murugan, if I'm not mistaken, so that they can actually carry the kavadi without any painful, without any pain, without feeling any painful. Am I right? Exactly. Same to the Chinese class as well. You won't feel pain, of course, but if you're willing to do so, since you are the selected one already, you are the selected one in this, you are in this Zoom meeting, 14 out of 67 million people, all right? You are the selected one, you are the chosen one. So since you are being chosen, now it's the time for you to give your own self this opportunity, give your own self the confidence. Since I'm a chosen one, then I keep on learning the Chinese. If you have the willing to do so, definitely heaven will give you a lot of wisdom. When you learn Chinese, you can learn it very, very easily. Just like those people who are going through, they're willing to do so, so which means they're going through the very strict vegetarian diet and also the purification of their soul and mind, so that they can actually carry the kavadi on their body without any pain. Same goes to this one. If you're willing to do so, learn it. Heaven will give you the chance to learn Chinese very easily. You won't feel difficult because you're very fortunate. We have Speaker Lim to teach you all step by step. So give yourself a confidence, give yourself an opportunity. The chance to give yourself is important. Once you open the door of learning Chinese for yourself, then you are moving forward. You're moving yourself forward in the Tao cultivation. What type of Tao cultivation? When I say Tao cultivation, that means the participation, all right? Joining the Tao society, okay? You have more feeling, because if you devoted yourself in a Tao society, then you have much more deeper feeling to the Tao cultivation, to the Tao society. And let me share some of my experience to you. Because of Tao, it opened my mind. Because of Tao, it actually widened, broadened my horizon towards the world. And I have lots of friends from different countries because of Tao. What kind of opportunity, what kind of chance do we have? If not because of Tao, I'm from UK, and some of you from Indonesia, some of you from India, some of you from Malaysia, and Speaker Lim right now is in Taiwan. If not because of Tao, how are we going to know each other? Because of this precious Tao. So let me share with you, because we have to know that our life is changing, it's uncertain. Am I right? Especially COVID right now, who never, there is no people in this earthly world will know that, oh, I'm definitely a safe one. I won't be attacked by COVID. Definitely no. This is the uncertain thing. Since we can't predict the future, what is going to happen next second or next year or next day, but what we can do is cherish the moment right now, cultivate sincerely. Heaven will definitely repay what we contribute to the Tao society. Definitely. What we contribute to the Tao society right now, heaven will repay us back, and it is multiple times than what we actually contribute, give to Tao society. So our devotion is really important because it can change our life. If you don't join the Tao society piously, devotedly, you don't have such feeling, all right? Because we join with full wholeheartedly, so we can actually feel every moment, second. We can feel it is actually the help from heaven that help us to move forward and make our life better, to change our life, change our destiny because of Tao cultivation. So let me tell you, for my bachelor degree, yeah, my first degree in Malaysia. First of all, after my matriculation, the foundation class for the university, pre-university, I actually really want to study overseas. So at that time, I actually applied to the University of Sheffield in the UK, and I actually got the offer letter. And at that time, Malaysia government, they actually have the scholarship for that one for me. But however, once I got the offer letter, they changed the list of the university that they sponsored. So that means suddenly I can't go to this university anymore. So it stopped me to go to the University of Sheffield in the UK. But however, I never give up the chance in Malaysia. So in the same time, I actually applied to another university in Malaysia, and I'm very fortunate to go to the University of Malaya, which is the top university in Malaysia. And over there, I think, and you know what? At that time, when I got the offer letter from the University of Sheffield, I have my boss, because at that time I was a teacher in a tuition center. And my boss she told me that I have a gut feeling that you don't have the chance to go to the UK to study your degree this time. Maybe next time, maybe few years later, but not now. I say, touch wood. Am I right? Touch wood. I got a chance. And you say, I don't have the chance. I got an offer letter right now. And what she said becomes true. And I cannot go to Sheffield anymore. I go to Kuala Lumpur, the University of Malaya. And after that, then I know why. Why haven't actually put me to UM? We call this as University of Malaya. Why? Because at that time, I only know this after I go to Kuala Lumpur. Because at that time, the Tao affair in the University of Malaya, so, okay, the temple that actually introduced Tao to the students in University of Malaya, okay, they actually don't have much students that can actually introduce Tao to for, I think, for 3 years continuously. No students at all that can actually introduce Tao to, but most of them are from a society. So they think probably we should stop to propagate Tao to this university. And they say, because our effort, we just go in vain. Nothing will comes back. No students comes back. And then what? And then they have the meeting. They have the meeting to say, okay, we have decided no to propagate Tao to this university anymore because no student. And what happened is, after this meeting, okay, during that time, that was my first week in the University of Malaya. And at that time, before this, my parents actually told me that our first year in a university, you probably don't have to go to temple first. Settle down first, adapt your life in Kuala Lumpur, and second year you go to the temple. They tell me in that way. But during that time, I was thinking, our Fai Chongde temple, there are lots of temple. Probably in UM, we also have one temple. So that's why I try to search. Search. So I type UM Fai Chongde temple in Facebook, but it turns out to be another name. I was thinking, that is weird. How come I typed the name UM Fai Chongde temple and it comes up Yade temple. I was like, is that really our Fai Chongde temple? And I try again. And then it turns out again the same thing. And I click into that group, the Facebook group, and then click one of the people over there. And actually, accidentally, that people that I contacted through Facebook, I don't know her before this, but I just like simply pick one person to contact. And she is the speaker in that temple. You can see there are lots of people in the group, but I'm very lucky to pick the speaker in the temple. And then afterwards, they tell me this story. They actually have changed the name of the Facebook months before this. So by right, I shouldn't be able to get the search result by typing UM find from the temple. I can't. I don't believe in this. Once she told me, I type again on my phone in Facebook. You know what happened? It said no results found. So which means this is my destiny, because I'm predestined. It's like a plan from heaven. Heaven wants me to go to UM. So that time, I shouldn't be able to find UM temple in the Facebook, but heaven showed me the result first. After they got it, they changed the result, become no results found. So I think this is the what we call the plan from heaven, because heaven wants me to change from Sheffield to UM, because they want me to help their Tao propagation in that university. So once I go contacting them, and then they start to revert their plan, which means they continue to propagate Tao to students, because they know, okay, we have now Isaac on now in our temple. Through me, they start to propagate Tao until right now. They're still continuously spread the Tao to the UM students. And I have some of the juniors who joined the temple even after I graduated from UM. So I think this is one of the mission that heaven gives me. And so I think all of us is like this as well. Not only me have the mission, all of you as well. All of you are in Malaysia, Jakarta temple, or in Tamil Nadu temples. And because you are the chosen one. So that's why you are born in that place, and you are the one to propagate Tao to your friends, to your family members, because you have the holy mission. Otherwise, why heaven put us in that place? Because we have the mission to do so. All right, and this is the picture in the University of Malaya. We have the Tao members in UM. This is the temples for the University of Malaya students. So we have lots of seniors and lecturers to cultivate together with us. You know what? There's something which is really interesting that happens to me every time. I think some of you have the same feeling as well. So we know in the university, we are very, very busy. We have lots of activities in the university to join, the co-curricular activities. And also in the same time, we have our own lectures, we have our academy to maintain. We have a lot of examinations. So especially during the activities, I still remember I was joining the choir team in my college in the University of Malaya. And what happened is, I still remember that time, they want to plan a timetable for the practice and rehearsal. So our temples in the UM, we have the lecture, the Tao lecture, every Wednesday. So when everyone raised their hand, like for the choir training, most of the people, they raise up their hand to choose to have the training on Wednesday. But on Wednesday, I have to go to the temple. And during that time, my mind is, oh no, I raise up my hand for Tuesday and Thursday, but and only like 4 of us, if I'm not mistaken, 4 of us choose for Tuesday and Thursday, but lots of people, they choose for Wednesday. I don't know why, because normally minority should follow the majority. Am I right? So I'm the minority. Lots of people choose for Wednesday, so we should be trained on Wednesday. But it's like a miracle. I can tell you it's like a miracle. I have this kind of mind appears in my brain. And afterwards, the president over there, he count, and I don't know why, he said, why not we have the training on Tuesday and Thursday? It's like a miracle, because normally we should follow majority, which is on Wednesday. So that means when you have temples in your heart, heaven will definitely change something which is suitable for you. Same goes to my father as well. So in Johor Bahru, we have one of our temple. We also have the classes on every Wednesday. My father told me that every Wednesday, his work will be able to finish exactly on time or even earlier than that. And then he can call it a day, go back, prepare, and go to the temple. Everything is smooth on Wednesday only, because sometimes he need to overdo some overtime, okay, extra work. But on Wednesday, if you have this mind for heaven, heaven will definitely help you, will definitely make your work more easier. So this is the thing that actually like a miracle for me in University of Malaya. So that's what I tell you. If you're hard for the temple, learn Chinese, and because I want to help temple, definitely in other ways, heaven will help you to change something better for your life. If heaven is in your heart, in your mind, then definitely you also in the minds of heaven. They will help you. Buddha will help you. All right. And then after, so in my second year, I have an exchange program to South Korea. So it is a Kachin University. And during that time as well, oh, I can tell you another miracle. What happened is, during that time, I don't have any contact with the temple in South Korea at that time. So you know what I did? I make a kowtow every day in my room. And I hope Buddha Jigong can actually give me contact of one of the temples in the South Korea. And what happened is there is one brother Lim, Speaker Lim, another Speaker Lim in Johor Bahru. He saw my Facebook post saying that I'm actually now in South Korea, and he contacted me and asking me if I have the contact to the temples of there. I say no, because I've tried to ask our master, our Dao initiator, but they're too busy, so they don't have the contact at that moment. Because I do the kowtow, I hope heaven can actually organize this affinity for me. So the one person appears, which is the brother in Johor Bahru. And he passed my contact to the Taipei Society, one of the lecturer, one of the speaker over there. And then that speaker passed my contact to Tainan Dao Society in Taiwan. So this is the master, the Dao initiator, the master in Tainan. All right. So because of him, I'm able to go to the South Korea temple. And since my university, it's near to Seoul, so I can go there quite easily. But still, it takes around 1 hour and a half one way, and 1 hour and a half to go back to my university. But still, this is a chance given to us. We have to cherish it, no matter how long the journey is. Am I right? So during that time, I can tell you some of the members, our speaker Lim also recognized some of them. And still remember at that time, it's not easy because Master Zhu, this is Master Zhu, he will only come to South Korea once or twice a month. I can tell you like that. So it's not easy to have the Tao initiation, the Tao transmitting ceremony, and also having the class as well, because at that time they don't know how to use Zoom to have the class. So they can only have the class whenever the speaker and also the master from Taiwan come over, then they have a class. But when I went there, I noticed that there are lots and lots of the members over there. They want to listen to the sharing. They want to know more about, but nobody over there, because they're quite new at that time, all the members over there are quite new, so nobody can actually do the sharing. And I actually tell this in my heart, in my mind. I tell myself, if I have a chance, because at that time it was my 4th year in a Tao Society, Tao study class, my 4th year. So I say, since I know a little bit, not much, a little bit, 4 year of study class, I can actually share something, the foundation of our Tao to the members over there, the brother and sister over there. And during that time, Master Zhu come over, he talked to me, and then suddenly he said, I found that you know quite a lot about Tao. Why don't you pick some of the days you come over to the Tao, our temple, and then you make a sharing for the members over there? I was so surprised because this is in my mind. I never tell anybody, but Master Zhu, maybe because of our holy teacher, Buddha Jigong, let him get that signal from my mind. So he tell me. So that's why I have a chance to make a sharing over there. At that time, I'm not a speaker yet. But I have a chance because of Master Zhu. So I'm very fortunate to have this chance. And I think this is the plan from heaven as well. Why? Because some of the members, they're actually a tutor for the kids in the school, whereby some of the kids, they're actually from China. So they don't really understand the Korean language. So they attend the school in which the teaching medium is in Korean language, but the kids, they are Chinese, they can't understand really well. So those members, they are like a tutor sitting beside the kids and then do the translation for the kids so that they can understand. And those sisters, as a tutor, their working hours are normally from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And they told me, this is what they told me, okay? By that month, the month that I come over to South Korea, the school suddenly tell them that you just need to come to the school from 9 to 12, 9 to 12 p.m., 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And do you know what? I have the class in the University of South Korea, and my class also stop at 12 p.m. every time. So I can tell you, most of the time I use after 12 p.m. I go from my university to the temple, and they also come to the temple, prepare the lunch, and also learn more about Tao together. This is how they learn about Tao, and they also think that this is the arrangement from heaven, because before this never happened, to work for half day and then they are free, and I also free in the afternoon. And I still remember the time when I want to leave South Korea, because that is the last day in South Korea. I'm gonna leave South Korea, and one of the members, she told Master Ju that, Master, I want to tell you that our timetable has changed from 9 to 12 to 9 to 6, back to normal. I was so surprised. It seems like this period of time when I was there, and then heaven arranged this period of time for me to make this sharing for them. And also, let me show you this picture. As you can see over the three of us, I'm the black one over there because that is the summertime, so I was quite tan. So these two are the Chinese from China. And this guy, okay, the bottom left guy, this guy is actually from China as well. You know what? He has a great affinity because he received Tao. He received Tao at that moment, is that his last week. That is his last week in South Korea, and he has to go back to China already. He's the final year students. And at that time, because he told me that he knows something about Tao Te Ching, but the sutra from Lao Tzu, but he don't know the essence of it. Just one step forward, he just don't know what is that. And then just tell him, why don't you follow me to come to the temple? Probably you will know the answer. And then he come to the temple, and after he received Tao, he said, oh my goodness, why I meet you so late? I should meet you earlier, because I think I can learn a lot of things from this temple. However, this is my last week in Korea. I don't have the chance to learn it anymore. So guys, he is a Chinese. He know how to speak in Chinese. Even though he is Chinese, if you don't receive Tao, you still don't know the essence of life. You still don't know the answers of life. We are very fortunate, although we are still start to learn what is Tao, but we are one step faster than them because we know about what is the answer of life. What is the essence of Tao? Am I right? So since we got the essence of Tao, we got the answer of life, we have to learn more about what is that by learning Chinese. Then we are, we are actually better than them, because they're Chinese, they know how to speak in Chinese, but they don't know the essence of Tao. We are much luckier than them, but they are now receiving Tao already, so they know about that one. But I can tell you there are lots of Chinese over there, but they don't know what is Tao. So very, very fortunate. Who knows, probably in the future, one of you is the one who go back to China and then propagate the Tao to them. They will be very surprised. And I can tell you, these two members, they tell me, I am a Chinese from China, and I don't know a lot of things. And from you, as a Chinese Malaysian, you know a lot of Chinese culture and lots of Tao. They feel embarrassed. We need you to explain the Tao to us as Chinese from China. This is what I said. We have the holy mission. By learning Chinese, probably we can introduce Tao to Chinese. That will be very interesting, right? So you can see in South Korea, they also, these guys, these kids, they are Korean, okay? They are Korean. They also learn Chinese, like all of you. So they actually memorize the sutra, the classics, and then they learn Chinese as well in that temple in South Korea. All right. And afterwards, it's my time to go to doing my PhD. So at that time, after I finished my study in Malaysia and Korea, and I plan to further my study for PhD. So I planned, should I go for UNSW, which is in Australia? I got the offer letter from there and also the scholarship. And my friend told me that I think it's better for you to have some backup plan. What is backup plan? Because if something happens to the university over there, if you can't go over there, then your plan will just go on. Am I right? So he asked me like, why don't you choose more university? And then maybe if something wrong to one of it, you have another option to go to. So I actually applied to Oxford University and Cambridge University in the United Kingdom. And I actually got the good reply from all of these supervisors, the lecturers in this university as well. However, when I actually do my registration, the application online in Oxford University website, is something weird happen. It keeps on locked out from the system. You can imagine Oxford is one of the top universities in the world, and they have the problem with their website. And I email them, and then they say they help me to fix it already. But still, whenever I log in after 1 minute or 30 seconds, it will just log out automatically. It seems like heaven don't want me to go there. I can have a very strong sense of it, like heaven don't want me to go there. So it keeps logging me out from the system. But my application to Cambridge University is very smooth. Why? Because I got the offer. My supervisor in Cambridge is really nice, and he helped me a lot in my proposal writing, and it also helped me to get this scholarship as well. Because so that's why after that I come to University of Cambridge. So one of my senior, he told me that in order to study in Cambridge, it's not easy. Even though you got the offer letter, if you don't have money, no talk. You don't have money to come over to study. The tuition fee is really expensive, and not everyone can actually bear the cost of it. The only thing is that if you have the scholarship. However, if you manage to get one scholarship, oh, you have to thank God already. You have to thank God, because not everyone can get even one scholarship for it. So at that time, actually, I can tell you, frankly speaking, I'm very, very busy at that time, because at that time, I was working in Kuala Lumpur after graduation. And also in the same time, almost every evening, every night, I was very busy for our Tao Society, for our temple. I can tell you that almost I don't have my personal time at that time. Like sometimes for meetings, sometimes for the class, sometimes for the Holy Summer Assembly. Every time it's almost full. So I actually don't have too much time for the application. But because I was busy, but busy for heavenly affairs, I can tell you, because I was busy, but not for my own private affairs, but for heavenly affairs. I work for heaven. So that's why heaven has granted me scholarship. Not only one, as you can see over here, 3 scholarships. I was so surprised, because I know I'm not as brilliant as others. I'm not as brilliant as others. Okay, but heaven, because my devotion to the Tao Society, senior tell me that if you can get one, you're very lucky. You have to thank God. But heaven give me 3. But I can only choose one. If not, I'm a rich guy right now. I don't have to work in the future. I can only choose one. So I choose this Malaysian King Scholarship. I was very happy to get this one, because this is the most prestigious, popular the scholarship in Malaysia. There are more than thousands people apply per year, and only like 700. Sorry, how many people? Let me see. 70 people will get interviewed, and 70 people get interviewed, and at the end, 6 master students and 6 PhD students will get the scholarship only. And also in Malaysia, we have the quota system, in which for Chinese plus Indians, we are non-indigenous people. So the quota for us is very limited. So I still remember at my time, we have only 3 Chinese, and only 4 Chinese and 1 Indians who get the scholarship. And it seems that quite a lot of people at that time already, because I look at the year before me and after me, only like 2, 3, or even 1 non-indigenous, non-Malay, non-Bumiputra people who are able to get the scholarship. So I think like heaven is actually extended one more quota for me to get this scholarship. And I managed to go to the National Palace in Malaysia to get the scholarship from the King of Malaysia at that time. So because we work for heaven, heaven will actually give us back. Definitely. And also the best one. I still remember at that time, in the beginning, I told you that firstly, I can get the offer for Sheffield University, but at the end I can't go. At that time, I was very I was very stressed and depressed, to be honest. And at that time, I still remember I watched a video, the channeling of our holy teacher at the Tao seminar in Jakarta at that time. No, Medan. And and our holy teacher, Buddha Jigong, he said, heaven will not give you the best one for you, but if you're sincere, heaven will give you the most suitable one for you. So because of that word, I go to University of Malaya. And now I can actually feel what is the meaning of that. Heaven will not give you the best one, but the most suitable one for you at that moment for you. So now I think heaven can give me the best one and also the most suitable one for me. I think all of you as well. No matter how your life is, heaven will give you the most suitable one and also the best one for your life at the moment. So don't give up. You have the chance to learn Chinese. Like all of these guys are actually in Cambridge. And why I mentioned about Oxford for you, why I can't go to Oxford at the end in Cambridge, because there is another story in Cambridge. Because you can see the members in Cambridge is not that much, only few people. And then this is the speaker, okay, Speaker Chen. She's from Taiwan, Taichung, okay, and she propagated Tao in Cambridge for years, and she settled down in Cambridge already. But it's really hard for her to propagate Tao in Cambridge because, you know, Cambridge, they are old scholars and they have a very high intelligence and they think that they are brilliant guys. So some of them is really hard to spread the truth to them. She never give up, but sometimes it's really hard because she is the only one. It's unlike us in Malaysia. We have lots of speakers to help us. We have our master to help us. And also in India as well, we have some speakers from Singapore. We also have our master right now in India, am I right? To help us in Tao propagation. But in Cambridge, she is the only one. She feels like struggling. Should I give up? And at that time, the year I received the scholarship, which is I can confirm that I can come to Cambridge that year. Just right after I received the scholarship, there is a channeling, Zen writing in the London temple. And that during that time, this lecturer Chen, she wasn't there. She wasn't there, but our patriarch, okay, our master, our Buddha, ancient Buddha Tianran, okay, our ancient Buddha Tianran called her, and our ancient Buddha Tianran said, Cambridge Temple comes to my attention, and remember to spread the Tao wholeheartedly. Since you have understood the preciousness of Tao cultivation, why do you retreat yourself from Tao propagation? Right? You know Tao is good, why you stop? Our Buddha tell her, but she wasn't there, but he mentioned her. And then overcome the difficulties and persistence, then this is the true Jigong disciple. If you have a sincere heart, heaven will definitely help you. And she don't really understand what does that mean, because at that time I wasn't here. And after I come over and try to contact her, she was surprised. And she understand, no wonder our Buddha Tianran told her that if you have a sincere heart, if you are willing to continue to cultivate Tao, to propagate Tao, heaven will definitely help you, because heaven will send a people to help you. And she said, the person is me, because I know how to a lot of temple affairs, and also I know how to not only manage the temple affairs, but also know how to give a speech, a lecture to the members over there. So this can actually lighten her burden, because she also got her job in UK. She also have to be busy with that one. Also, in the same time, nobody can help her, but heaven sent me to help her. So I suddenly understand, oh, this is my mission. No wonder since the beginning, I cannot go to Oxford. The system keep on logging out, because heaven wants me to come to Cambridge to help her. Because during at that time, there is no people who propagate out in Oxford, but in Cambridge, one person is over there and need help. So, oh guys, don't forget, if you really need help to propagate Tao, don't give up. Because if you have a sincere heart, definitely our heaven, our Buddha will actually do a best arrangement for all of us so that we can propagate and cultivate Tao smoothly. If you have a sincere heart and holy heart, don't give up. And let me show you, these are the temples in the UK. You don't forget, we are not the only one who cultivate in the Tao society. There are lots and lots of people all around the world who cultivate Tao. That's why I said, if you come to the Tao society, it can broaden your mind. You can broaden your horizon about the world, because you won't feel lonely. I'm not the only one who cultivate Tao. I'm not the only Tao members, because we have lots of people with different skin color cultivate with us. This is the Telford, UK, and this guy is Italian guy. He cultivate Tao in the temple. In the Cambridge temple, these two guys, this guy is actually British, and this guy, he is Irish. Both of, you can see, they are doing what? Can you see what are they doing? Upper commander and the lower commander. And you know what? Since I got the upper commander and lower commander script from Singapore Tao Society, I provide this script for them. They actually give us exactly the same command as all of you guys. So although they are British, they are white people, they still learn what is Tao. They propagate, cultivate Tao together with us as well. And this is the London Trong's Temple. This temple is the first temple in London, UK, and our Bodhisattva Buxiuxi, our non-resting Bodhisattva, our Qianren, our senior, Reverend Senior, and she actually also have a Zen writing in this temple. If you attend the second year class, the Zhishan class, the second year class, there is one holy revelation of Bodhisattva Buxiuxi, okay, which means we have to hold on the golden line and spread the truth. This is the title of that holy revelation in our Zhishan class second year. And that holy revelation is actually being written in this London Trong's family temple. All right. And the last one, this was the London Ziqiang temple. There are two temples in London. All right. So you can see there are lots and lots of people. And this guy, this woman, this lady, okay, she is actually from Thailand. She's a Thai. So you can see we have lots of members over here. And also this lady also, she's also from Thai. So you can see we'll have lots of different races, ethnic, learning Tao together. So it's not only the affairs of Chinese, but this is the affairs of everyone, sentient being. All right, you can see this is the temple in Cambridge, the new temple. So during the COVID lockdown in the UK, no one else can do anything, right? I think most of us in Malaysia and maybe in India as well, we can't do much. But this guy, okay, they're very pious, devoted. They want to set up a family temple in their home in Cambridge. So you can see this is the what we call the altar for the temple. He built up this one by himself. Okay, this is what he did. He built up this one by himself. It's not a ready-made version as we normally do in Malaysia. He made this on his own hand, and you can see a very Western style altar temple. You can see in Cambridge. Okay, so you can see Tao cultivation, it is not only in our Asia region, but it is all around the world. Even the British, Irish, they are very pious in the Tao cultivation. But because of the language barrier, sometimes we need to explain a lot deeper on one term so that they can understand, oh, that is that. Okay, but if you know what is Chinese, then definitely it is actually much easier for you to understand what is that. Although we know Tao is good, but how to explain to more people? Am I right? If you know Chinese, some of the book, the resources, they will be in Mandarin in first hand. Am I right? And by only after translation, then we can know what is that. But if you learn Chinese, especially all the holy revelations, the holy books, holy scripture in temple, if you know Chinese, you don't have to depend on translation. Sometimes there's some problem with the translation as well. It might not be that accurate sometimes, who knows? But if you know Chinese, you can understand directly without depending on the translation. That is the very good stuff. And let me show you, this is the holy revelation by our ancient Buddha Nanhai. Okay, ancient Buddha Nanhai, which is the goddess of mercy. She tell the members in London, because not only you guys learning Chinese, there are Nepalese in London, they're learning Chinese as well. Guys, you're not the only one who learn Chinese. The Nepalese in London, they also want to learn Chinese. And this is the holy revelations by our goddess of mercy, ancient Buddha Nanhai. Ancient Buddha Nanhai to them, all right? Ancient Buddha Nanhai said, cultivate and propagate Tao earnestly and learn Chinese to translate the truth and save the others. Our ancient Buddha Nanhai, she wants the members in London, the Nepalese, to learn Chinese so that they can make a translation. Why? Because if, for example, if I learn Tamil, okay, my Tamil will be a very simple one. And sometimes if I translate Chinese into Tamil, Tamil is not my mother tongue. Am I right? I can be sure that the word that I use is not a native one. Because you have your mother tongue is Tamil. So if you translate the word from Chinese directly from Tamil without English in between, you can translate it very accurately. Am I right? Why we need to learn Chinese in Tao society? Because of the translation. We want to save others. With English, sometimes the translator in between. I listen Mandarin version, Chinese version from master. I translate to English. You listen my English version, you translate to Tamil. Sometimes my translation might be not that accurate, and it might be 80% of what master said. Am I right? And to you, you listen my English version, and some of the word may be some very hard to understand English I used, and you don't really understand, and you translate in your own way. You simplify again, and then from 80%, it becomes 50%. Am I right? So with this 2 times translation, how many that the Tao members in India, they can understand? In the Indian community, they can understand from 100% to 50%. But if we can learn Chinese directly, 100%, maybe after we translate to Tamil, it's only 80%. Still, they still receive a lot. So that's why Buddha tells us that we learn Chinese, we can know how to translate in a very, very accurately, a very accurate way. And she said, spread the Tao back to your homeland, not only Nepal, but also all of us, like in India, in Malaysia, and redeem and save the sentient beings to this Dharma board. And remember, the next point is really important. If you are willing to do so, don't be afraid to the difficulties. Don't be afraid. As long as you have the determination, I want to do this, I want to learn Chinese, I want to do this to move forward in the right direction, then definitely heaven will help us. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Heaven will help us. Keep on improving yourself and don't fall behind others in Tao cultivation, okay? If we are the first batch of person in a Tao society who learn Chinese in the Indian community, but we always like lazy and don't want next time. Our second batch, third batch junior, they are very pious. They want to learn Chinese a lot. They, at the end, they will be better than us. And then what we will feel? We will feel embarrassed. I'm the first batch, I'm the senior, and I don't know how to speak as fluent as all these others junior. Am I right? So that's why Buddha told us that improve in yourself, because don't forget, we still have junior in the future. If junior surpass us, overcome us in the future, we'll feel embarrassed. Don't fall behind others. All of us, if we're improving, we are actually grow together in a Tao society. Don't fall behind, because we have the holy mission. Okay, we have the holy mission to save the others, because as what I said, there are lots of people in Indian community. Why we are the one who are chosen? Because we have this holy mission. We are the chosen one by heaven. Otherwise, why not others? Am I right? And yeah, so as you can see over here, since we are the lucky one, we are the chosen one by heaven. That's why we have the access to the Chinese class organized by our speaker Lim. So don't give up. Keep on improving yourself, because your holy mission is the first batch of people who learn Chinese and do the translation to our brother and sisters in the future. They will depend on us. Depend on our translation, they can get the essence of the Tao. We are the first batch, and we have a very, very heavy and holy mission on ourselves. So don't look down on ourselves, and because we are the chosen one, don't make the heaven feel sad because they choose us and we don't grab this opportunity, right? So all the best, everyone, and let us learn Chinese for the sake of heaven and for the sake of ourselves and for the sake of our brothers and sisters in the future. And don't forget, at the end of the time, if you are able to communicate in Chinese in the future fluently, don't forget to thank Masters for the chance, and also thanks to our speaker Lim for her earnest teaching all this time, her effort to teach all the Chinese. All right, so I think time's up for me right now because I have a meeting in London right now at 2 p.m. in the UK. So I'm gonna leave now. So all the best, everyone. Take care and stay safe. All right, thank you.
1、2、3，谢谢 Speaker Han。1、2、3，谢谢。
谢谢 Speaker On。
谢谢
Speaker On， 你现在要走了吗？
是。
OK， 我本来想说有什么 Q&A 2分钟。
哦，可以，那 Q&A 可以。
OK，
迟一点进去我们无所谓。
OK， anyone have any question? I think maybe we can, if you have any question, we can ask your question. Maybe 2 minutes. We still have 2 minutes because Speaker On he got meeting. I think Guruji, Guru Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because he's okay. First of all, I would like to thanks to Speaker Maida introduce famous and really very much inspired in your speech today. So I would like to thank to Speaker Maida because what I observed from the today speech. The first one is the self-interest. The second one is searching the good things. Second one, the third is obey and respect to the parents, as well as the essence of life and the value of Tao and also the life. And if you work with the heaven, definitely the heaven will definitely blessing us. Also, the many Tao temple really it's sitting in the one place and seeing the many places. It's a good journey today we feel. And the various country people you introduce. Also, it's not only the Chinese class, then how we have to put our effort, then how we got to put the sincerity, how we got to motivate ourselves to attend Tao study class. Also, I feel personally myself. Also, how we can the Tao is propagating the worldwide. Also, the holy revelations. So many things. Not only you speak out of the Chinese class to how much important, but today we learned many things all in one, something like that. So many things we learned today. Once again, because of the time, I am not able to get more time to speak about you. Even though the very short period of time, but the essence, the content is a very value and very strong one. Really, from the bottom of the heart, I would like to thanks to Speaker Myra for introducing you. We are expecting your valuable speech in future also. This is one of our humble requests. Because even though you are the Chinese, you are the slang, that is your pronunciation, and the English is very easy to understand for us. Before sending before starting the class, really we are more expectation, because Speaker Myra passed the messages through the WhatsApp. So one of the important person today attending the class, really more exciting for your speech. Really, what we expect, Speaker Myra, 100% fulfilled. Thanks for your valuable time spending with Indian people. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks,
Thanks,
Guruji.
Guruji.
Mercifulness. Okay, last, I think we will I think we can invite Speaker Wilson. Yeah, Speaker Wilson. Anything? You want say something? 因为那个 Speaker Wilson 是我们的班主任，我们请他讲一下话。因为那个我们because because Speaker Wilson, I heard he make the vow because he talked to me. He say he want go to South India. He want go to the university, open the college society. Yeah, open the college society. Yeah, future. This is his vow. So I feel when I heard he talked this to me, I feel very touching. Yeah, maybe we can invite Speaker Wilson, share something.
Okay. Good evening, Guruji. Good evening to everyone. Actually, after hearing Speaker On saying about his experience, it's also inspired me a lot. Like Speaker Myra said, I do have a vow in India to start up a student food group, 伙食团. So the meaning of that is the purpose of set up this is because for the future, I wish to set up the student society. Yeah, so that is a stepping stone in order to build up a student society, especially every one of us, we are under the Far East Chongte Tao community. Our regular elder, we have a very close relationship with all the students. Yeah, so most of in Taiwan, a lot of the students community, they are doing very well. So that is our affinity from Far East Chongte between Far East Chongte and students. Yeah, so this is the reason why, because if we can have a very strong student society, that means the Tao can be passed on generation by generation. The new blood will be coming up. So in this way, then the Tao can be passed on longer. Yeah, so this is why I think it's very important to start up. So learning is a long process lah. So student doesn't mean young people. Student, that means every one of us, when we are still learning, we are also a student. Like our Guruji, not easy really. Because after received the heavenly mandate, he need to start to learn Chinese language in order to recite the invitation speech. Well, that is really very tough, especially when he start learning all the speech. We haven't started the Chinese class yet. We haven't teach all the sound pronunciation. He is been memorizing each sound, single sound every day. So I personally practice with Guruji in India. So I feel that it is very tough. It is very, very, very tough. So, but he overcome all this. So I think Guruji also showing us a good example for us that if you have a very strong determination, you can overcome the language barrier. So every one of us give yourself more energy to determination to overcome all this. Definitely you all can learn more deeply from the Chinese, and also from that you will learn also more from Tao. Okay, thank you, Guruji, mercifulness. Thank you, everyone.
Only one word, Speaker Myra, with your permission. Only because of Speaker Wilson only I can able to memorize. Also I can I can pronounce the word. Without the Wilson I cannot do it. Even the single word also I cannot speak. All the credits goes to only the Speaker Wilson. Thanks to Speaker Wilson. Thank you.
Yeah, very thank you, Guruji, mercifulness, and Speaker Wilson. I think it's time. Time's out. So tonight, we give Speaker On a big hand. Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Guruji's mercifulness, and thank you, Speaker Myra and Speaker Wilson. Thank you very much.
If got the chance, we can invite Speaker On maybe sharing in our Tao class. Yeah, I think
Yes, of course.
for the chance.
Yes, definitely
Okay.
we need. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely
through
we
the
need.
Zoom, because South India we got the Tao class through the Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, no
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Thank you,
got
Guru.
chance,
Ji.
okay. So
Thanks, everyone.
tonight, yeah, tonight we also got because just now I invite some Thai Tao society from Thailand. My friends, they also open the college society in Chiang Mai University. Yeah, and just now I invite them coming and listen your sharing tonight. And also and some of them I think KL College Society, my friends, and also I think Taiwan English class. Yeah, English class friends. Okay, so it's a wonderful night. So thanks speaker on, and also thank you Guruji Mercifulness, and thank you all of you. So next Saturday we want next Saturday we have the class so don't forget, okay, don't forget coming. And next month February we still have the sharing like tonight but next month I already invite one speaker from Nepal. Yeah, this is a very I think she's quite good uh good she learned the Chinese in she learned the Chinese I think the master from Taiwan went to Nepal, and then she learned the Chinese uh she learned the Chinese from the master. And when they go to visit town members, and she learned and take a note, yeah, learn the Chinese like that. No more the chance like we all can learn the Chinese on the maybe Zoom. Yeah. So I think her Chinese very good good Chinese and also good English. Yeah. So it's a good opportunity. Yeah. Next month Gina, speaker Gina, I
Yeah, you know,
already
yes.
invite. Yeah, I already invite her next month. I think uh I think 20, 20, yeah, 20 February, 20, yeah, 20 February. So, okay, so we start, okay, tonight. So finish tonight, and next Saturday, you must remember come to our Chinese class, okay? Thank you, everyone. Okay, thank you, speaker on, and also thank you, Guruji Mercifulness. Give me a
Thank you once
opportunity.
again, Speaker Ong, giving valuable time spending with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
See you
Guruji.
all. Okay, good night.
Bye.
谢谢，谢谢，
谢谢。
Thank you.
谢谢老师，谢谢Speaker On，
感谢
谢谢各位前贤，
谢谢老师，
谢谢，再见，晚安。
安。
Bye.